Yes, girl, yes. Come get your cup from this table right here.
Where'd my cup go?
Israel, I told you to go downstairs and see if it's in Pop Pop room. Avea, what doing?
What you say, mommy?
I said go downstairs and go get your cup and come right back. Avea?
Who's right there?
Okay, Avea, have a seat. Hey, soft girl. Happy new day. What's up, girl? What's up? How are you? How are you? How is your morning going so far? Is it treating you beautifully? But yes, you guys, welcome in. Welcome in. We're gonna hang out and chill for a minute. Let me get my little background music going. Normally I do play music with lyrics, but today I think I am going to like play some I'm going to play like some jazz or something in the background. My morning is going beautiful. It's a brand new day. It's a happy new day. So it's time to get up, wake up, and do something. Don't let the days of your life pass by. But yeah, my morning has been beautiful. Of course, I get off of work and I have to go in now, pick up Ethan from swim practice. And I'm not gonna hold you. When I got out of the job, I did sit in the car for like a little 20 minutes, just sitting there, enjoying the silence. And then I headed over to Ethan. And he, once he got in the car, he expressed how they learned how to do a whole different move in the pool today, something called a butterfly. If you're in the swim world, you know. If not, then you don't know, like me. All right. And that is so good. That is going good. It's so cool. Like his dedication, him getting up every morning, and even though some mornings recently he's been tired and really not wanting to go, he still pushes past that, and he gets up and he goes. And he does love it. He does, but he is complaining about how sore he is because he is very sore. And I can imagine swimming is a full body workout. Can you imagine waking up? I mean, for the people that did it before, but can you imagine for those that don't do something like this, but waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get up and prepare yourself to go jump into a cold ass pool and then have to go and do all of these different strokes and exercises first thing in the morning? I believe that's a beautiful start to the morning. Not only are you moving, you're stretching, you're giving your body a whole full body workout. You're allowing your blood to flow, good and new and fresh up and through your body. Israel, can you stop? And those of you that are rocking with me, you already know my toddlers are at home, but they should be starting their new daycare on the 8th or the 7th. No, the 8th. On the 8th, that Monday. So I'm excited about that. I am. Mommy daycare has been going great, but I can say that because Ethan added on the swim stuff and having to go and pick him up right after work and just the extraness added on to the day, it definitely makes it a bit more strenuous. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment. I appreciate the compliment. But yes, you guys, welcome into the live, aka FaceTime call out to the people. For those of you that do not know me, I am a single mother of 6, making a way out of no way. I come up here on a daily basis on live to just share myself and my true authenticity. My platform is not only dedicated to showing you the life of a mother of 6 children. It's not it. The core of my platform is to push a message, right? And that message is power moves in gratitude. Move within your own unique power, backed by an abundance of gratitude. And every day that you wake up and you prepare to step foot out your door, your goal should always be to amaze yourself. Okay? So everybody know that power move, getting up and doing the power move. The power move is the thing that you know you got to get up and do. The thing that's gonna take a while, that probably is just gonna take too long. The thing that you just feel like, the thing that you just keep talking yourself out of, the procrastination, the thing that you keep procrastinating on. That is your power move. The moment you get your ass up and do that power move, you clutch, because then you realize that, okay, well, this didn't take that long.
Hey,
This
mommy,
actually,
I got with this. Hey,
this
mommy, I put it
okay
in
is right.
Papa's food.
No, you can sit right there and hold on to it. Sit, no, stay where you are. You can just hold on to your cup and chill out. You don't need to do anything else, right? See, look, whoo! Anytime I do these lives when the kids are with me, I always lose train of thought. I always lose train of thought. But again, the core is the message. The purpose is to move, is to push the message. And this Thanksgiving, I was gifted the opportunity to go back home to New York and spend Thanksgiving and my birthday with my family. And it was a beautiful journey. I told myself before I went out there, I said, look, you're going to make this an intentional journey of reflection. You're going to go back home and you're going to reflect on where you came from, where you are currently, and where you are definitely going next. Okay? So, going back home to New York and stepping back, like just stepping back into the city, having my feet hit those concretes. I just was like, yo, oh my God, so much started coming back, so many memories. I don't have a lot of good memories from back home. I was a very angry kid. I was a very troubled child. You know, my mother wasn't in my life. She was addicted to drugs. I was living with my dad and my grandmother. When I was, well, I think my mom said like one or two, somebody tried to, or somebody did molest me. And that's how I ended up being in New York with my grandmother and my father, and having to grow up there and living as a kid like that, and having these wounds, these scars that you have but you're not consciously aware of, having gone through something so traumatic, and then living without my mom and her popping up in my life every now and again, you know, like throughout the year, she'll pop up and I'll see her for a couple hours, then she'd be gone again for years. And I was just confused and hurt and angry as a kid. I felt like I wasn't seen. I felt like, ugh. There's times I used to sit in my room and try to visualize where will I be at the age of 18, and I could not see anything for myself, right? I cannot see anything for myself. And you know, as life continued to go on, and you know, I kept running away from my grandmother's house, and then eventually I got put into foster care because I kept running away. And then when I got put in foster care, hey, what's good, Soto? Once I got put into foster care, I ended up running away from that too. I kept getting myself into trouble, going out, hanging out with people I wasn't supposed to be hanging out with. Ooh, I thought I was a little boy, just doing stupid stuff. Like I wasn't out there thotty bodying it, but I was out there thinking I was a little dude trying to rob people and you know, making counterfeit money and doing all of these things that just was not righteous. And then I ended up turning myself, after running away from foster care, I ended up turning myself back into foster care and trying to say, hey, you know, I'm going to try to do something different. But that didn't work out. I ended up running away again. And then I met the father of my three oldest children, right? So I ended up having my three older children. And with having my three older children, I've learned so much through that relationship, because I have my three older children from a man that is 13 years older than me. Okay, I met him when I was 16. I was like a couple days just getting ready to turn 17. And he was 29, but I didn't know that. He looked mad young. And, you know, I meet this man and I end up having these kids with him. And I was in a relationship with him almost 11 years. It was really controlling. He didn't allow me to be myself, live my life, none of that. So I ended up having to leave New York. And then I ended up coming to Virginia thinking that things were going to be different, thinking that You know what I'm saying? Yay, I left New York. I'm finally out of that relationship. I can go to Virginia and be free. Yay. But that wasn't it. I still had to learn, right? I still had to learn. You said, please, a story time on how you was running things in New York. When you say a story time on how I was running things, what do you mean? Like as far as my last visit there, or as far as when I was just like out there? Hello, hello, how you doing? Kuli? How you doing, Kali? What's good with you, Jose Soto? But yeah, so I ended up being with the father of my three youngest children, leaving, coming to Virginia, still realizing that there was so much that I had to learn about myself, right? There was still so much that I was learning about myself, right? And it became so hard because I didn't realize that when I was gonna leave New York and come to Virginia, in my brain I'm thinking it's about to be roses and shit. I didn't know when I was gonna come to Virginia, that's when I was gonna start my spiritual, that's when, not my spiritual journey, but that's when I was gonna start my shadow work. Had no idea, okay? But I came to Virginia and the shit hit the fan and I got dookie particles all over me, okay? Stay. I learned so much, and I've been in Virginia now for almost 10 years, and I have made so many mistakes. I have learned so many things about myself, and here I am again, starting all the way over after leaving another crazy, messed up relationship. But this time I'm starting over with a sense of self, with a sense of boundary, with a sense of respect for myself. Learning to not put someone else on such a high pedestal. Learning that I must always love myself first, and not in a conceited way, not in a selfish way, but in a way of true unconditional love and kindness for self, right? And once I was able to come to that understanding, and it took a lot for me to get that. It took a lot for me to get that I have to really put myself first, really stop trying to get people to consider me, stop trying to get people to see me so bad. Because at the end of the day, people really don't give a fuck. Like they really don't care, and they will show you time and time again. And if you're the type of person that just wants to be seen because maybe in your childhood you were ignored or nobody paid you any mind, and now you're just this adult out here navigating and just hoping that someone sees you, it's never going to happen because you have to see you first. Like my friend just asked me a question the other day. He was like, Melanie, is there anything about you that you don't like or that you wish you can change? And when he asked me that question, all I can do is smile. Like, I literally smiled. And I was like, if he would have asked me that question 2 years ago, oh my God, I would have gave you a whole list of things. I would have said, ooh, I'm going to drop my cup. I would have gave you a whole list of things that I said I wouldn't like about myself or I didn't like about myself. I'm telling you, I would have gave you a whole list of things. Yes. Avea is laying down. But I would have given a whole list of things I didn't like about myself, starting with my gap. Starting with my gap. It would just been a lot. Like, but now, having come through a journey now, having come to a point where I have some type of peace within myself, because trust me, I ain't got all the peace. There's still days that I be stressed out. There's still days that I be all in my feelings. There's still days that I have my mini crash outs, okay? Everybody gotta have them. It's healthy. It's like a cold. You gotta catch a cold to build the immune system. You gotta crash out every now and again so you can rewire and get yourself right. Thank you, Jose. Right? Yes. No, you can lay up there where you are. But yes, so it's really about growing. And when I was going through the end of the last relationship with the father of the youngest children, and I was all down in the dumps and I was all in my feelings, and I'm talking to the universe, right? I'm just like, listen, Lord, okay, this is not what my life is supposed to be. Just like when I was a kid living in the projects, I used to say, yo, I will not be here forever. I will put cups in my cabinet. I will be able to cut my bathroom light off because in the projects you can't do stuff like that. You can't put your cups in the cabinet. You can't cut your bathroom lights off. You already know. If you're in the project, you do those things. Roaches finna be everywhere. Okay. So no 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 no. Do what I asked y'all to do. Have a seat. Have a seat. Cause if y'all can't, then I'm not popping no popcorn. Ain't nobody getting no candy. We ain't doing none of that. Y'all have to allow. This movie is literally almost finished. You have like 8 minutes left, and y'all have to be able to sit still and hold steady for 8 minutes. Okay? Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, so I was all in my feelings. I'm like, Lord, this is not it. This is not it. I can't be sitting here all in my feelings about no dude. Like I can't. It's official. I'm pregnant. I have 3 kids. Like I have 6 kids now. I'm about to have 6 kids. And I can't be in here in my feelings crying, talking about I don't want to have another broken family because people are going to do what they want to do. And it was shown to me. And literally, it came to my mind. Power moves in gratitude. Move within your own unique power backed by an abundance of gratitude. And my mind literally said, put it on hats and mugs. Put it on hats and mugs as a daily reminder for people to move within their own unique power, for people to understand that they have something unique about them. Everybody has a spark, but you also have that many are called and few are chosen. Many know that they have these abilities. Many know that they have a uniqueness within their souls that can possibly leave an impact in this world. But life be life in. Discouragement be getting at them. They be feeling some type of way. And it never happens. But you have to learn to amaze yourself. We have to literally learn to amaze ourselves. We run around trying to amaze other people when we just really need to realize the moment you amaze yourself is when everyone else around you is going to see. Everyone else around you is going to realize. But yes, so Soft Girl asked for a story time about the counterfeit money days. So did Jose. So we're gonna go ahead. I could give one story time. Let's see. So boom. I can tell y'all about how we got locked up the first time. The first time. Okay, so boom, right? Lord, I was such a bad kid. I was such a bad kid. Oh, okay. So, all right. So after my dad, okay, boom. So I was living with my grandma and them, right? Again, like I said, my grandmother had foster children. My grandma had foster children, right? And then I also have a handicapped uncle who you're gonna see my uncle Trevor. He mad dope, okay? But y'all gonna see him in the vlog that I'm getting ready to post for my trip to New York. But so we had to foster kids. I had my handicapped uncle. I had to take care of a lot. I had many responsibilities when I was a kid. I was exactly right. I was. Sheesh. I think I was 15. I was 15. I was 15, right? And I was kind of over taking care of all of the foster kids in my grandmother's house. I was like a little slave. Literally, I had an aunt that called me Cinderella. Okay, I see that. Hold on. So I literally had an aunt that literally called me Cinderella, right? Because the way I was just running around doing everything for everybody, doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. Cinderella before she linked up with the prince and she became, who she was. Talking about the going through it Cinderella. So yeah, I was just running around doing a whole bunch of stuff, and I became fed up with it. So I started to run away from my house. I started to run away from my grandmother's house. Just like I'm over it. Fuck it. I want to be a kid. I was going to play lotto from the age of like I think 5 or 6. Like there's just a lot. Like I was taking care of kids since I was a kid. Do you know what I mean? Like it was a lot. So I was just over it. I didn't know where my mother was. My father was always at work. I just was confused, hurt, sad, angry. Right? So yeah, I used to run away from my grandmother's house. And there was a day when I was going to Canarsie High School and I went to school and I ended up cutting school and I was chilling at my homegirl house. And I don't know, time got past me. And when I looked at the time, it was way past the time I was supposed to be home. And instead of my goofy ass going home, I decided to stay at my homegirl house. And I stayed there for like 4 days. And I ended up being, hold on, I ended up being all over the news. They were linking me to this other case of a girl that got strangled and placed into a garbage bag. I was not a chronic runaway at the time, so they were like extremely concerned. But the chick, hey, listen, wait a minute. You guys need to chill out. What I am trying to teach y'all is patience. Look at me. Look at my eyes. I'm trying to teach you patience. Y'all are about to start a new daycare. You are not going to go to the new daycare driving this lady mad, okay? If she asks y'all or tell y'all, I need y'all to sit down and wait a minute, you guys have to learn to wait. I can understand you have a big feeling because you're impatient and you just want to play and you have to sit. I get it. But you also have to learn to listen because y'all are getting bigger. You're not getting smaller. And if you don't listen, the more you don't listen, the more trouble you're going to get in, the more punishments you're going to get, the more you're not going to be able to do what you want to do. So I see that the movie is off, but at the same time, mommy is doing something. So give me a second. Okay? Israel? Okay. All right. Laura, who's Laura from Cat's Eye? But yeah, all right, so boom, right? So I end up leaving. I end up basically I ended up running away from my grandmother's house, and then I ended up having a conversation with my dad. And my dad was like, "Look, if you don't want to be in your grandmother's house, you can get your shit and get out." And I said, "You know what? It don't matter." So I put on my red and black Adidas. I took a whole bag full of just underwear. I don't know what I was thinking. Mind you, I was 15. So I put on my Adidas and I took a bag full of underwear. I said, "Listen, Linda, I don't care about this shirt and the pants, as long as my drawers and stuff clean. That's all that matters." But I left. I literally walked straight past my grandmother. And mind you, this was my grandmother's house that my father came and said, "If you don't want to be here, get your shit and get out." And I was 15. Hey, shh, I was 15, right? He said, "Get your shit and get out." I said, "All right." I put my Adidas on. I grabbed me a bag full of underclothes, and I left. Now, mind you, at the time, my uncle had a girlfriend. And before I ended up leaving, they were dating for like 6 years. I'm not going to say her name. But when she was living with us, I always used to tell her, "Yo, look, if I ever, for whatever reason, I used to tell her that, if I ever run away, I'm coming to live with you, yo. I'm coming to live with you." And this was me being 13, 14, 15. I'm like, "Yo, I'm coming to live with you. If I ever run away from this house because I don't want to be in here, I'm coming to live with you." Right? So on this particular day when my dad came to the room, like, "Yo, if you don't want to be here, get your shit and get out." I put my shoes on. I leave. I walked past my grandmother. I left because I believe if I would have said something to my grandma like, "Yo, my daddy said I gotta leave. Daddy told me to get out," my grandmother would have fought the fact, and I would have ended up staying in her house. But I didn't say nothing. I just walked straight past her, and I went outside, and one of my other homegirls was downstairs, and I'm talking, I'm chopping it up with her. And then something came to my mind like, "Oh yeah, remember your uncle girlfriend? Remember you told her if you ever run away, you call her, see if it'll come in clutch." So I ended up calling her, and tell me why when I call her, she's like, "Yo, look, I'm about to be on my way to Staten Island, but I'm right around the corner at the next building. If you want to walk over here to me, you're more than welcome to come with me to my house." I said, "What? Oh yeah. Oh yeah." Okay, now this is me being 15, my first taste of what I think is freedom. So I go over to her and I'm like, "Oh my God, yay." So we ended up going to Staten Island. I spent like 3 nights with her at her house. She did end up calling my grandma because she was like, "Girl, I gotta call your grandma and tell her where you at. You know what I mean? La la la. Even though your dad told you to leave, I'm sure your grandmother's still concerned about where you are. I still need to say something." So she ended up calling my grandmother. And my grandmother ended up telling her that we needed to meet her downtown Brooklyn at the court, at family court, because she didn't know where I was. So she ended up opening a case to help find me or whatever. So she needed us to meet her downtown Brooklyn at the court so that way they can confirm that I was okay, blah, blah, blah. So now, mind you, I don't know. We go down to the court. Me and my uncle ex-girlfriend go down to the court. We get to the court. I see my grandma, you know what I'm saying? I give her a hug and everything. We go into the courtroom. We get in the courtroom, the judge is asking all these questions like, "Oh, Miss Dash, well, I see that you've been having you've been having issues with your granddaughter and disciplinary actions and blah 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 blah." And my grandmother's like, "Yeah, you know, she's been doing a lot. She's been running away a lot recently. It's a lot for me to handle. I have my foster children. I have a handicapped uncle. Whatever, whatever. No, she's like, I have a handicapped son. I have foster children. I can't deal with Melanie and her running away. It's stress on me. I'm an older woman." Yes. Yeah. So the judge was like, "Well, what do you want to do with her?" My grandmother was on some, "I don't care what you do with her. I just can't deal with her." So they ended up literally taking me. Now, mind you, I'm traumatized. I wasn't traumatized, but I was like, and so now wait. The judge asked my grandma. The judge was like, "Yo, well, where's her mom?" And this is when I found out that I was molested when I was 1 or 2, right? But my grandma was like, "Oh no, no, I took her from her mom, but she came to New York to live with us because she got molested when she was 1 years old or whatever, and blah blah blah. So that's why she here." And I never knew about that. So I'm standing in the courtroom like, what? A grown what? Like, and the judge is like, "Well, can you give me more detail?" And she's like, "Yes, you know, there was a grown man her mother left her with, and, you know, this man tried to penetrate her or whatever. He attempted to. She was left with bruises, blah, 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 blah." And I'm like, yo, what? I'm just standing in the courtroom like, me? That happens to me? Like, I don't remember that. Like, that's all I could think. But it was like mad traumatic just hearing that possibly happened to me. But yeah, after my grandmother said, "I don't care where y'all put her, just put her somewhere," my grandmother left the court building. They took me and they didn't put me in a cell, but they walked me to the back of the court, and I went to this conference like room, and I'm sitting in the conference room, and I'm just there, and I'm just hurt. I'm like, I feel fucking staying with mama. Yo, word up. I'm just like, trust, I'm a rebellious person. I'm sitting in the back of the conference room, and I'm like, this nigga just told them to take me. Where they taking me to? I didn't even know where I was going. Bruh, they took me to the ACS building. Mind you, that joint set up just like Madeline. You know, they got like 6 beds on this bed, 6 beds on this side, 6 beds on this side. We were only allowed to wear gray jumpsuits. We were not allowed to stand by the windows. I was in that ACS building for a week. Mind you, when we got there, when the officer ended up taking me from the conference room and driving me down to the ACS building in Manhattan, I get inside and they do the whole security check. They did all the, like, just like when you go into jail, like they checked my whole body. They made me squat and cough. I was like 14, yo. What the fuck is this? I gotta pull my pants down. What the fuck is this? Right? So because she wasn't family or anything. Now, mind you, now when all of this happened, and my uncle girlfriend seen that she signed me, like my grandmother literally signed me into foster care. When my uncle ex-girlfriend seen that she signed me into foster care, that's when she went to the system and she was asking, what can I do to get her, because I want her to be here with me. And they was telling her how she got to go through all of these processes and stuff. And now, mind you, at the time my uncle girlfriend was only 18. They just 17, 18, right? And I always thought she was so much older than that, but she was 18, and she really did still ask for an appointment. She asked her mom to set it up to be able to take me in as a foster kid. It was just a lot. But so I go into this ACS building. The shit just like straight maximum prison, like shut lockdown type shit. I go inside. They do all of the cavity searches and the checks and whatnot, and you can see that they section off the kids into different sections. So when you go inside, you got the adolescents. Once you go through the process of being checked, the adolescents go to adolescents, the adolescent boys, adolescent girls. Then you have the toddler girls, toddler boys, infant boy, infant girl, and pre-adult boy, pre-adult girl, because they call the adolescents that were 17, 18, they called them pre-adult boy, pre-adult girl. Go ahead. Yep. Y'all can look at some books and y'all can play with a little bit of toys for a second. But yeah, so they had everybody sectioned off. And They brought me upstairs to my floor. I can't remember what floor it was, but again, we all had to wear gray sweatsuits. It was super duper freaking cold in there. The room that, like I said, the room we had to sleep in, it was 6 beds on this side, 6 beds on this side. The windows had bars all over them. But the girls that I met that while I was in there, they were all some really hurt, really struggling, really troubled girls that were just in these situations because their parents were not able to do things for them. And then some of them were just in there because they were bad as fuck. Okay? They were just bad as fuck. Like they were. Okay. But I wasn't a bad as fuck kid. You know, I just was I need some emotional attention kid. Like, I need you to ask me how my day was. I need you to give me a hug. I need you to care about what's going on in my little tiny world. Right? So, boom. Now, I'm in the ACS building for 7 days. I witnessed like 3 or 4 people run away from this building. The only reason they were able to run away is because they took us on trips. They took us on trips to the movies. And that whenever we went on a trip to a movie, a girl always would run away. They would always leave from the group. And because we were in Manhattan, it was easy for them to get lost in the crowd and run away. But I never wanted to take the chance to do that. I literally waited my process through the ACS building. That's it. That's it. Go close that drawer. And then y'all, Israel. Right, so I went through that process. It was like 7 days. Then I got introduced to my social worker. Here, close this gate. I got introduced to my social worker. Her name was Miss Deborah Savory. I will never forget this lady. She was the sweetest lady ever. Yeah. No, not right now. But yes, Miss Savory was the sweetest lady ever. And when she came and picked me up from the ACS building, she said, look, Melanie, we found a home for you. And it was in Canarsie. It was a West Indian woman. And mind you, again, I have a very rebellious spirit. It was an Indian woman, and a Caribbean woman. And we go into her house, smell mad good, just like potpourri. House smell mad good. House is immaculate, very beautiful, right? We go inside and she introduced herself. She's like, yes, my name Wooty Wooty Whoop, and you know. And then she comes and she hands me a list. She handed me a list of chores. Talking about, well, you got to do this, 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 and this. At the end of the day, because she ran a daycare in her house upstairs. She said, at the end of the day, when the daycare is done, you got to come upstairs and clean this, 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 and that. TVs are off by 8 o'clock. Nobody is allowed to leave out of the doors after 7:30. She said, I have alarms on the doors, so if you try to leave in the middle of the night, the alarms will go off. I looked at my social worker. I was like... She got me fucked up. What? I didn't come here to clean up after your daycare. What? You got me fucked up. I looked at Miss Savory like, right? So now, mind you, that was halfway out. So now, mind you, there was already a foster girl that was already there. And she had just got there like 2 weeks before me. And I had to share the room with her. So when I get down there, she's talking to me. She's like, yeah, this lady mad strict. She does that third, like she be micromanaging, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I don't care because I'm not staying here. She's like, where you going? I was like, I'm going to Staten Island. I was like, I do not care. I am not staying here. I was like, I'm not. Good morning, Dominique. I'm like, I don't care. I'm not staying here. I refuse. In the name of Jesus, I will not. I'm not nobody's slave. You're not about to. I was running away from my grandma's house because I'm in here taking care of foster kids, going to the laundromat, doing all this extra shit when I'm a little kid. You think I'm about to come to a stranger house, somebody I don't know from fucking nowhere, after my family just signed me into foster care? Do you really think I'm about to run somebody's list? Yeah, right. I told that foster girl, I said, listen, I'm leaving. I'm not staying here. And she's like, I want to leave too. I was like, don't come with me. Don't come with me. Because I'm leaving. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, this ain't no joke. I ain't playing no jacks. She told me, I'm coming too. So she ended up coming with me. Boy, we go on the train. I told her, I'm like, it's every man for themselves. It's every man for themselves. I know where I'm going. You know where you going? Because I already had a plan in my head from the moment I left the house. You know where you going? She's like, oh, I don't really know for real. I'm like, so why would you leave if you don't know where you about? You're going to end up taking your ass back to the foster care agency. So we ended up going to the projects, hanging out with all my homeboys. Shorty ended up being a whole thotty, dotty, body, thotty, whoppy wop. I don't know. She just was doing a lot of stuff with the dude, like my homeboys and stuff that was there. Hey, y'all be gentle with each other. Be gentle with each other. But yeah, and I don't know. So once we got to Brooklyn and we got to the projects, she kind of was doing whatever with dudes, and I just kind of went my separate way. And I didn't pimp nobody out. That was her. That was she. I took, you know what I mean? I was on a mission. I was only 15. I just say, oh, look, it's every man for themselves. Right? And I didn't want to be in that house, and I ain't running nobody chores. You said you wanted to come for the journey of running away. We ran away. Now make sure you make yourself away, because I got my way. Right? The timing I was on. So I ended up going to Staten Island, going back to my uncle girlfriend, and I told her what I did. And she was like, don't worry, I got you. You want clutch. Don't worry about it. I don't care about no police. I don't care about nothing. I got you. You staying here with us. So that's what I did. I stayed in Staten Island with them. And we were sitting in the house one day, and my uncle ex-girlfriend just was like, yo, look, there's so many ways. There's so many ways out there to make money, man. And we're just sitting here. She's like, you know what? Let's go to Staples. We went to Staples. We get to Staples. We stole a damn. I can't even, like, the way we did it was stupid, but we ended up stealing the printer. We stole the printer to do the money. Right? And I can't get in trouble for none of this I'm saying, because I already got locked up for it. I already got in trouble for it. And I already got cleared for it. So this is just my story. Okay? But so we go to Staples. We steal the printer. We steal the paper. We stole everything we needed to create the counterfeit money. Okay, right? So we stole everything that we needed to make this stuff. And so, you know, we get home, we learn the process, we do the damn thing, right? So we go out, we bust the 20s and shit. I don't know why I'm always a whole printer, bro. A whole printer, straight out of Staples. It was crazy. It's beyond me. I'll tell you that story in your face. But oh yeah, because me and Jamar, we have plans on coming to take a trip out to see you. So since Jose one circle, because Jose just left us. But yeah, so now we'll go out and we'll do these 20s, and I'm just so, I don't know, I've always been like mad bold for no reason, but I would take like 4 different 20s, go in the store, get 4 different things. I'm not lying, Jose. I'm not lying, Jose. Bruh, you only left your address. You didn't leave your apartment. Is it a house or apartment? Because I dead act soft, girl. Send me. And then I told you to send me your information in my Instagram. I told you send me. Bro, I told you send me your information in my Instagram. You did not send the information to my Instagram, Jose. See, you got me taking my hat off. Yeah. I had to get real. Don't play with me, Jose. Look at my hair. You like my little. This was supposed to be my little sticky style. Girl, making wham in a circle. Yo, bro. Not soft girl looking up your address on Swillow. That's my girl. She said, investigate much. Don't worry, I'm trying to go back real soon, Jose. Don't worry, because we definitely, me and Jamar already talked about it. We're going to come and see you, so girl. So, Jose, don't hate when I'm hanging out with my soft girl. No. And her beautiful chocolate skin. Anyway, so, we got it. We doing a damn thing. I go out there, we'll bust the 20s. We was making a whole bunch of money, right? So we thought we were lit, boy. We were going in the hood, right? So one night, you know, we was always trying to figure out how to make some money, right? So we normally would go to Jersey and do our little counterfeit stuff, but this particular night, we just didn't feel like driving all the way out to Jersey, and we was like, how can we find another way to get the 20s off? You know what I mean? Without doing it in the stores. So we literally started driving around and asking random people, do they have change for a 20? So now, mind you, we're in Brownsville. And we're driving around in our Pontiac, and we're playing the Drought 3 Listening to Lil Wayne, I got my seat down low and my window slightly cracked. Riding with a bad hoe, with a girlfriend in the back. You know I get real hot and I never that nigga. You ain't gonna lie. That like that, right? So we was chilling and we was listening to Lil Wayne. We in the car. So there's a dead end block. On this dead end block, there are like Israel. Where are you? Right, so there's 8 to 10 black guys out there, right? And they all got on black. They got on they blacked out. They black hoodie, black shirt, black shoes, black mask. They all masked up. They all blacked out, right? So Shorty wanna pull into the dead end block. She pulls into the dead end block, man. And one of the dudes, the biggest dude out of the crowd, come to the car. He started walking around the car in a circle. Girl, make a wham in a circle. He started walking around in a circle, right? And he just like got his hands in his pocket. And I'm just like, I'm sitting in the back. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? Oh, and mind you, at the time it was not popular, but my hair, I literally had my hair dyed red at the top. No, honey blonde at the top and red in the back. And at the time, nobody was dyeing their hair mad crazy like that. So people thought I was wild as hell. Like, you got blonde, honey blonde hair at the top and red in the black. I mean, in the back. What are you doing? Like, people thought I was weird. So my hair was like up in a ponytail, and you can see like the half brown, half red, and whatever. And I'm sitting there. And I'm sitting there. Ha! They knocked down the gate. So I'm sitting there. Jesus. Alright. I can't remember what I was talking about. Jesus Christ.
What you do about the fishing? You gotta cook it?
No, it was weird at the time. Cause everybody that see me was like, "Oh my God, why do you have red and blonde hair?" Like, but whatever. I ended up, and it made me end up dyeing my hair back black because so many people was talking joke about it. So now we at the car. Old boy comes to the car. He walking around the car looking like a beast. Okay, if he was trying to intimidate us, he did. But so as he walking around the car, these 3 dudes end up walking up. But the one in the middle, he was like short. He had like 4 or 5 big old chains on his neck. Just walking up. He walking up. He came up. He comes to the window and he asked my uncle ex-girlfriend. He's like, "So what's up? Right? What's up? What y'all need?" So my uncle ex-girlfriend was like, "Well, you know, I just need change for a 20." And the dude was like, "Well, it's a corner store right there. Why you ain't going to the store?" And she was like, "Well, I just came from in the store and they act like they ain't trying to break the 20 from me, and I ain't even trying to buy nothing for real. I really just need change for the 20. So the dude was like, "All right, I got 2 10s." She's like, "Cool." So he left. The dude with the chains and stuff, he left. He came back and he gave her the 2 10s and she gave him the fake 20. But then she's talking about no. Then he was like, "Well, can I have your number?" And she gonna talk about yeah. And I'm like, "What is?" She's like, "Yeah, but I don't have my phone on me, so let me get your number." So she ended up taking his number. We leave them. We go drive around a little bit more. Go ahead and go, you know what I'm saying, bust a couple more 20s. And then she stops at a payphone and called this dude, yo. He ended up being one of my bestest friends ever. But she called this dude, and when he answers the phone, he was like, "Ooh, bitch, you lucky I ain't know that shit was fake when you was up on me, bitch. I would have shot you in your face, whoopty, whoopty, body pop." And I was like, "I told you, don't be turning no dead end blocks. Like, what is wrong with you?" And she talking about, "But I ain't no broke bitch. Like, what you mean? Like, fuck is you talking about? Like, I could come back and give you, what you mean? I ain't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she just trying to fake the funk or whatever." So now, mind you, her and this dude end up dating each other. They end up going out with each other. He was one of the head niggas of a group called ABG in New York. Anybody get it? If you are from Brownsville, from the Brownsville area, then you know who ABG is. But anybody get it? And yeah, so she ended up dating this person. Now we end up going to Brownsville almost every other day. Now he know about what we doing for real. Once he ended up really figuring out, really knowing that that we did know that it was fake. He just like he caught a funny laugh off of it because him and her ended up being together or whatever. So now we're dealing with the ABG guy. right? And now he in our lives, and he was mad cool, super dude cool, super cool dude, yo, like super cool, mad funny, mad hood, mad raw, like the dudes that we were around once we met him and we started going around him and his people and his crew. The dudes that we were around, they were so raw and so rough and so real, like you be like, bruh, like what? We be in the car and they pull up on each other on the corner. Like one of their friends could be on the corner and dude be in the car. He roll the window down, talk about nigga, you dead. Keep your guards up, nigga, you dead. You see me? I ran up and I'm like, what the fuck? This is how y'all play? This is how y'all play? Nigga, watch out. Watch out, nigga. Better stay on the swivel. Keep your head on the swivel, nigga. You see me the same way I pulled up on you on this corner, nigga. It's the same way another nigga. And I'm just like, why are y'all playing with each other like this? But I watched them beef with people in Brownsville houses right across the street from. It was just a lot. But I watched these people and their authenticity and how just they all had something unique about themselves. But they were caught up in a situation of survival mode, having being raised in the hood, having seen, that's all they knew was drugs, sex, money, women. You know what I mean? They all out there striving to try to take care of their moms or their grandmoms or whoever it is, the guardian that's in their life that's taking care of them. But they were all so strong. And they did not even know how strong they were. I mean, they knew because they was on something. Let anybody get it. They knew, but they didn't know. They were taking that energy and that power, that anybody could get it energy. They were taking it out on each other. Which it was the building across, the project building across the street from theirs. But instead of them choosing to come together and recognizing like, yo, we kings out here. We run shit out here. Not just the drug wars and the gang wars, but we run shit out here. We have control of how our women are treated. We have control of how our children are disciplined. If they could only see themselves in that light, if they can only see themselves in that light of the power that they truly hold, instead of standing in front of a building all day. But unfortunately, this is all that they were taught. This is all that they knew. But only a handful of them were able to tap into that uniqueness and step out of the bullshit. Right? So now, mind you, that's just what I got. And this is how my brain has always thought. I would just sit around. And at that time, I was only like 15, 16. I didn't even meet the father of my 3 oldest children yet. I was just like 15. I was 14, 15, 14. I was 14 because, no, I was 15. I was 15 because when I turned 16 is when mama had brought me my first pair of Jordans or whatever. So yeah. Be careful, Avea. You gotta be careful. Momo, you're okay. You're okay. You gotta shake it up. But yeah, so we've been through a lot. Like I went through a lot with them, and just seeing that there's so many people in these areas with so much potential. But to get back to the story and the counterfeit stuff, so we end up meeting this group of people, end up becoming Israel. It's okay. Pick it up. Just pick it up. Just pick it up. Avea, get down and clean up your mess. But yeah, look at them, y'all. They be in a mess. Alright, but yeah, so we meet them, we go through a whole nother experience meeting this group of people and the things that they were involved in and all of their gun toting and violence and whatever, right? Yeah, they're chilling right now. So then one day we decided to go to Jersey, right? ABG dude, him and his people were doing some stuff. So me, my uncle ex-girlfriend, and our friend that was with us, we said we wanted to go to Jersey. So We ended up going to Jersey. Mind you, my old ex-girlfriend was like, bro, let's go in the mall. I was like, nah, I don't think we should go in the mall, right? But she ended up, she in a sense, she was like the leader of the crew. So she was like, bro, we're going in the mall. So we go in the mall. Mind you, we all have on these very distinctive jackets. I had on a Looney Tunes jacket, like a leather Looney Tunes jacket. Y'all remember when them leather, Jose, you remember back there in the hood when them leather jackets was popping that had the sky, the what's it called? That had the city buildings and stuff like stitched all into the leather. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know what I'm talking about. And then they had the cartoon character ones. So I had on the Looney Tunes one. My other homegirl, she had on a Knicks jacket. And then my other homegirl, she had on that, Papoose, when we used to wear the purple nines all over the leather jacket or whatever. She had on her nines jacket. So we go to the mall, we doing our thing. She do her 20 in one store, I do 20, I do like 2 or 3 20s in one store because I'm always overdoing it. And as she do hers, walk through out. So now we come out, we meet up in the middle of the mall, and we start walking out. As we walking out, a security guard is like, hey, yo, y'all, we're like right there next to the exit. And he's like, hey, yo, y'all. So now we book it. We just book out of the exit because you already know how it goes. Once you leave out of the mall, whatever, if they have any suspicion, anything, there's nothing they can do because you're out of the building or whatever. So now we get out the building. Tell me why as soon as we get out the building, it's an officer, it's a cop, it's a police officer sitting right there. So now the police officer see the security guards. Hey, yo, stop. So now that we're outside of the security guard's district, the officer is right there so he could pick up right where the security guard left off. So the officer comes like, asks the security guard what's wrong. The security guard like, yeah, we got them, they in here doing counterfeit money, whatever. So the officer's like, what? I need to search y'all. And we're like, what? So now the officer put us in the car. We get in the car. My homegirl asked like, yo, rip it up, stick it, like stick the money all like in your bra, inside your hoo-ha, whatever, but just hide it. So we end up trying to differentiate all of the fake money that we had mixed with the real money, trying to hide it and stuff in places before the officer comes and checks us. Like, so he pulled my uncle ex-girlfriend out, he checked her, she good. He pulled Ashley out, he checked her, she good. He pulled me out, he checked me. Why did I still accidentally have one fake 20 in my pocket, bro? It was mixed in all of my other real money. It was mixed in all of my other real money. And then that made him check Ashley and Mama even more. And then he found theirs. So we're in Jersey. We're in Elizabeth, New Jersey. And they ended up taking us down to the jailhouse. We tried to call my uncle ex-girlfriend mom to come and pick us up. But when she got there, nope, it was clipped. They wasn't having nobody sign us out. They kept us. I got put into the juvenile facility. My uncle ex-girlfriend, unfortunately, because she was 18, she had got put into the adult facility, and her stuff was a little bit more strict than ours was, because we still got to do like classes, and she had 23-hour lockdown, an hour free time. So we didn't have that. We still had to stay in our unit and our cells and stuff, but we still got to go to like school classes, and because we were juveniles. But yeah, and now mind you, I ran away from my foster home and got into all of that. Now I'm in Jersey and I'm locked up. Jersey has to call New York and let New York know that they have me. And because I was in the foster care system, I was property of the state. So they had to call New York State and let them know, hey, look, I got y'all property, come get this shit. Okay? So they did that. And Miss Deborah Savory, I love that lady. She came and she picked me up from Jersey, and she ended up having to put me in another foster home that I ran away from. Fuck. I couldn't find it. It wasn't easy for me to just be. I'm like, yo, I got a whole family. Like, they put me in here. Like, no. So yeah, I ended up going to another foster home, and wait. Before that, I think we were in the facility for like 3 weeks. I was in that facility for like 3 weeks. That was right around the time. When did that song come out, Soft Girl? Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air. I can't live, can't breathe with no air. No air, no air. Got me out here in the water salty. Tell me how you gon' breathe without me. If you ain't here, I just can't breathe. It's no air, no air. No. But yeah, So that song had literally came out while I was in there, right? Cause it was this 2010, 12. Yes, that's right. I need to go and do a like timeline and get the right timelines of when all of this happened. Cause if I go to New York and I go to the court building and I get like pull my record, boy, you know how many times I went AWOL from foster care? Running away from foster care? I have so many story times. It's stupid. So many story times. It's stupid. But so Miss Savory came to Jersey and she picked me up, and New York State came and got their property. And yes, she did put me back in another foster home. And yes, I did run away from the other foster home, and I went right back to my uncle's girlfriend. And you know they did. They let me come right back, and we chilled and we hung out until I ended up meeting. This girl named Kim. I ended up meeting. Oh wait. Yeah. All right. So I ended up leaving from the second foster home that she put me in. I stayed there for like a month because they weren't as bad as the first lady. I stayed there for like a month. I left there. Yeah, and I ran away from there. After that month time was up, I ran away from there. And through my foster sister at the time, that's what made me stay in that foster home for a month, because I had a foster sister that I was really rocking with, and she was mad cool. And she ended up introducing me to a set of her friends that were also in foster care. But the way that this particular friend's foster home was set up, she was living in a townhouse. Her foster mom had a townhouse. And because this particular foster care had her own children, she lived on the third level, like the third floor apartment of the townhouse. The foster mother rented out the second floor apartment, and the foster mother lived on the first floor apartment, right? So the foster kid, she had like a lot of freedom. So me and my foster sister usually would go over to her friend's house, and we'll go over to her friend's house and we'll all hang out and chill and smoke and whatever. But eventually I got tired of being at my foster mother house, and I guess I just kind of wanted to be outside and have fun every day. I don't know what it was. I just didn't want to be under nobody's control, whatever. Like, but I ended up leaving there, and I went to that foster girl house. And I was just at her house chilling, yo. Like, I was on the run from foster care in a foster house, in a foster home. It was funny, right? But the foster parent didn't know, because Shorty had the whole third floor apartment to herself. And the foster parent was always on. Hey, what's good, Kessler? What's up with it, man? Happy New Day. I'm up here just doing some story times. But yeah, so the damn foster home, the hell was I? I can't even remember, though. It'd be so much. But yeah, I've been through a lot. I got a lot of little mini stories. I can't even remember. That shit just left my head. But it was just, yeah. I ended up leaving the next foster home, meeting this chick named Kim. Met the chick named Kim. What drew me to her was because she was living in this room. She was renting a room from somebody in this old broken down ass house that they was running lotto out of. And the people that she was renting a room from would do things like, you said that was a mini? What you mean that was a mini what? But yeah, so the people that she was living with would do things like put cameras in her windows and watch her get undressed and all type of weird shit. I don't know who I thought I was. But 15-year-old me was like, what? I'm coming to live with you. Ain't no way. So I left my foster home. Right? So I'm like, I'm just like, I don't want to be in the foster home anyway. So I ended up going to stay with this girl, Kim, thinking I'm about to be her Captain Save-A-Ho and stop these guys from peeping in her windows and all kinds of stuff. So I did that, and I stayed with her for a while. And we caused havoc in his house because he did end up trying to turn the camera on and put it in her window. So we took spray paint. I was like, we going to get some spray paint, and we about to spray paint all of his walls in his house. Since he won't be in here being a peeping Tom and disrespecting your boundaries and your space, we're about to go get spray paint. And we went, and we sure enough got some red spray paint, some yellow spray paint, and we played that one song. This shit is bananas. Get this shit is bananas, right? And we played that, and we spray painted all over the wall. You scumbag. you dog, you pedophile, you pervert, you peeping Tom. We spray paint that bitch all over his walls. Like, get out of here. Fucked up ass house. You got people living in the kitchen, wasn't even functional. We couldn't even cook in the kitchen. It wasn't even functionable. Like, it was just crazy. But yeah, man, man, look, listen, I was such a lost kid. I was such a lost kid. I have so many story times. It was the time I not tried, but it was the time I robbed this drug dealer because I was hungry. I'm staying at Kim house. We ain't had no food. We ain't had nothing to eat. I ain't had no money. I was 15. I was broke. I didn't know what to do. I just know that we used to go buy some weed from this one dude, and he always had a bunch of money on his back. Man, I sure did. Sure did. I went right in his cellar and I took what I needed because I don't know, I was just like a really troubled ass young troubled kid. Just lost. Wondering where my mom was at. Wondering why like it felt like my family didn't know how to give me the emotional support that I needed because they were all caught up in their own stuff. So I was just angry. I was like, where the fuck is my mother? She keep popping up once. She pop up one time and then I don't see her again for years. I was just an angry kid, bro. I was. I stole money from my grandma. I stole money from my grandmother and went and brought her some shit. I was such a troubled kid, bro. I was such a troubled kid, bro. I don't even know. But going back and looking at all of that and then learning and to see, like I said, when I left New York and I came to Virginia, I thought I was gonna be like, oh my God, I'm free. But coming here and realizing that was just the beginning of my shadow work. We got Puerto Rican baby and her snot nose. Right? That was the beginning of my shadow work. Coming to Virginia was the beginning of the shadow work. That's when I started to see a lot about myself. I'm like, bro, I was hard-headed. I didn't listen to a lot. I put myself in a lot of situations, but everything happens for a reason because I always knew that I was never meant to stay in the projects. I always knew that I was never meant to be in the hood. I knew I was meant to put cups in my cabinet. I knew I was always meant to turn my bathroom light off. Like I always knew, I was meant for more. And yes, it took for me to be rebellious. It took for me to not listen. It took for me to go through certain things. It took for me to learn a lot of lessons. And I'm still learning a lot of lessons. But right now, the lesson that I'm learning is to really just accept who I am for me and tap into myself.
I never do that anymore.
You're okay. You're learning.
Like, it's so cold.
It's a learning process. And the more time you take to get to know yourself, the time you take to get to understand others and actively listen.
It's cold out there.
It's really cold outside, Israel. Where you going? Lee. Where you going? Stay right here. Not yet. You're going to give Pop some time. Let him have some time.
You ain't been back on that TV today.
Not today. Oh, you did something, so no, you definitely gonna be up here.
It's just not what's best for him.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, with the stuff you pick.
I told him that sometime today, as it warmed up a little bit, I'd let him outside a little bit if that's all right with you.
Yeah.
I can take her too, because they can fight outside all day.
Yeah, they can. I'm just gonna have to wrap them up real good because they runny noses.
We'll plan it if it's
Mama,
okay.
get the napkin, yeah.
But it is chilly and it's
is.
gonna stay in the 40s.
Okay.
It's gonna stay. It's not gonna. You might hit 50. I don't believe so.
Look, get the napkin over there. Oh Lord, ooh.
Yeah, I've been pulling it out of me too, man.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, mommy, come here. Let me help you.
Yeah.
Thanks. But yeah, it's like I said, coming to Virginia, it was just the start of my shadow work. And me understanding who I am, getting a chance to know my mom, my brothers, people that I never had the chance to grow up around. Realizing that, God bless you, realizing that, my mom, I can understand and see the reasoning behind why my dad fought so hard to make sure that I was not living with her, and it was just simply because of the fight she had to fight. Me and my mom went through a lot of ups and downs since I've been here, of just learning to understand one another. And we were able to get to a space where we can have those hard conversations without, going back and forth too hard. I learned so much, again, in the last relationship with the three youngest children's father. I learned that, I need to really choose me. Choose me. because I am the most important thing in my life, in my universe. Because before my children came here, this is when I had me. I had me. And although I had an angry version of me, a very sad version, a very upset version of self, a very lost version, I was able to find my way through all of that. I was able to, even though while I was in those situations, my mind still had a certain perspective of love, care, kindness, looking at people and trying to figure out what makes them special and what makes them unique. It has always been in me. I have always wanted to do things to cater to people. I can remember watching, you remember like those home design shows where they would like say a family, there is a family, they have like a disabled person, hey, stop. So like they have a disabled person in the family and the house. Say hello to my little friend. but, no, but yeah, it's real. So just taking the time to understand self, understanding who you are. Yes, and HGTV. Yes, HGTV, where they used to do the home improvement programs, and they'll have a family that has a disability or something, and they have to fix or revamp the house to create it to where it's accessible for the handicapped person, and they will make that family leave. Yeah.
You put the Wi-Fi on it.
We're not doing that. And they'll take that family, have them go on a little mini vacay while they fix up the whole house, and they come back, and the family is like, "Oh my God, Timmy has a handrail."
I'm hungry.
Huh?
I'm hungry. I want the cookie.
No. You gotta have that. I was about to say, I'm not about to cook nothing because it's not lunchtime yet, and y'all just had a full-blown breakfast. Here.
Thank you.
Right? So yeah, I would watch the show and I would see the reaction of the people. Move, Dad! Bus! Yes. And they'll be standing there behind the bus all anxious. You want a cookie? Or anxious and anticipating what the hell is going on. And when they move that bus and that family see their new house and they walking through and they crying and they so appreciative, and the people that's there that did it for them, that made it possible, they're just like, the people is just, I don't know, I just was like, ooh, I want to do something like that for people. Like with so much passion and fire in my blood, I would just watch this show and be like, ooh, I just want to do something like that for people. I just want to show people that people need people. I want people to understand that, yo, we really need each other. We're really related to each other. We're really all a part of each other. We all have differences. We all take dookies. We all pick our nose. We all do these weird things that y'all act like y'all do in the dark, that y'all act like ain't nobody gonna see. We all do these things. We all lie. We all steal. We're not perfect. Nobody's great. Nobody is perfection. But we all have all of these beautiful imperfections that we can see and be aware of and choose to transform and become something different. And once you become something different, like I keep saying, there's somebody outside waiting for you to tell your story, waiting for you to come and give your message. There's somebody waiting for that part of you that's become, or that's able to tap into the full understanding of self. There's somebody waiting for that version of you, just waiting, whether they're sitting in their room in the dark smoking weed all day. There's somebody outside on the corner struggling, waiting for you to come and smile at them, waiting for you to come and simply say good morning, you have a great day, waiting for you to come and say you have the power to do everything that you're looking forward to possibly doing your whole life. Like, yes. You said they not see me, Momo? Momo said, hey, y'all. She said, they not see me, Momo. But yes, and when I look back at everything, and that's why I can't wait till this vlog drop. I can't wait till y'all see it. And say, hey, Israel. I can't wait till y'all see the vlog from New York, because literally, I did not know that my Uncle Sincere. Hold on, Momo. I did not know that my Uncle Sincere was into the social media stuff. I did not know a lot of things about him that I found out through this journey. I literally did an interview with him, asking him questions about his childhood and his creative aspirations and aspects that he went on when he was a kid, and what stopped it, what died down the fire. Like, I just asked these questions, and it was a beautiful time. And I believe this vlog that I'm about to drop is gonna be a beautiful vlog. It's gonna be like, y'all gonna feel like y'all was literally there with me. I was sitting back watching it and doing the last little bits of editing last night, and I'm like watching it like, yo, I'm really from the hood for real. I'm really from a struggle for real. I'm really from an area where there a place, New York City. It's full of creativity and chaos, right?
No,
Creativity and chaos. There's so many beautiful souls out there. So many clear. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yes, so many. I was getting too deep into the conversation, but yeah, so many beautiful souls out there. Thank you, blow. Yeah, so like so many beautiful souls, so many different people, so much creativity and pain out there in the city, man. And instead of us, yeah, thanks, Jose. I'm sorry, I wasn't even peeping that her nose was like draining like that. But yeah, I don't know, it was a beautiful journey, and I can't wait for y'all to see this vlog. It's gonna be 2 parts to it. What's good with your Joe Black 5688? Jose was just sitting there looking at her. I was like, yo, please clean her nose, bro. Clean her nose. Nah, I'm just joking. What's good, y'all? What's good? Welcome into everybody that's just coming in. Even though we have our small group, and honestly, I like when we have our small group because it'd be so intimate. It'd be awesome. But yeah. There was a lot learned. And I am just so... I'm coming to a space with them. Where are you going?
I'm going to...
Oh, stop. Can you stop for you mess this up? Stop for you mess that up. I am just truly coming to a space of acceptance and love and peace and understanding within myself that I just love it so freaking much. Like, of course, it is always good to see you, Joe Black. What's up? What it do, honey? What it do, honey? Huh. But yeah, so that's a piece of me. Those are a few of my stories. Like, those are a few of the things that I've been through. And there's still so much more. But it's, you know, that's why they make a rear view mirror small. So you can just glance back every now and again. You know, you have to look out your windshield. You got to look out of the front. You got to look out of the big front mirror and look at the vastness of all that is ahead of you. How far you have to go, how many more summers you have to enjoy and see and live in and love. The different people, the people that don't exist in your life right now. Because you know they say no one person exists until you meet them. All of the new people that will be coming into our lives, our individual lives, helping us with things. You know, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And I am just so happy that I finally found the confidence to come up here, to really start sharing who I am with everyone else, because it's not about me. And the message is not coming from me, but it's coming through me. Because it's for people. It's for y'all. It's not about me. It was never about me. It's about us as people, as a collective. Us as a collective becoming one and understanding who we are truly so we can help everyone else. It's so simple. It's not that complicated. And all we have to do is take the time to be kind, to love one another, to smile, to say hello, to give a word of advice, to hug on somebody if you feel or you can sense that they need it, to call and check up on that friend that you haven't spoken to in a while if you're just wondering if they're okay. All of these little things are very important. So let's make sure we keep those in mind. And let's make sure that every day, y'all keeping in mind power, moves, and gratitude. Because it's not about me. It's about y'all. It's about us. Keep it in mind. Power, moves, and gratitude. Move within your own unique power backed by an abundance of gratitude. Keep it in mind. And if you feel like it may slip your mind, go get you a cup. Power, moves, and gratitude. Go get you a hat. Amaze yourself. Power, moves, and gratitude. Tap into the vibe, because Power Moves in Gratitude is a groundbreaking movement meant to nurture the uniqueness of an individual's soul power. We're meant to nurture each other. We're meant to identify and point out the wondrous, beautiful things about each other so we can keep feeding each other the light. So let's do it. As you go outside today, as you interact with the people that you're going to interact with, whoever it is, smile, be happy, actively listen. Sometimes people don't need you to respond. Sometimes people just simply need you to listen to them. Sometimes people just need to vent. But we have to go out there and be the better parts of ourselves. We have to go outside and just be the greatest part of ourselves and not forget that we are connected to the greatest I am. We are connected to the greatest I am. So why not go out there and be the greatest that you are in every way, in every simple way? It does not have to be on the grand scale. It can be very, very small. Handing somebody a napkin, saying God bless you, holding the door open, not only for one person, 2 people, 3 people, but maybe for 10 people. Choosing to go to your grandma's house and just clean up, or do a chore, do a thing, help with something, bring her favorite thing, call somebody and give them an inspirational message, text somebody for no reason and tell them you love them. These are the power moves. Other than the ones that, that's going to get you and build your momentum to your businesses or whatever endeavors you have. But the real power moves are the soft, loving, kind things that we do for one another every day. The real power move is taking care of ourselves and loving on ourselves and spending time with self, because regardless of what, we are always going to have our moments alone. And when we do, we have to enjoy them the same way we enjoy them when we're with people. All right. Well, I'm done because I've been yapping. This was one of our FaceTime calls that was super deep, super informative. And I feel like we built some rapport here. But I'm grateful to you guys for sticking around, listening to the vibes, hearing my conversation, listening to my story time. I hope that, if you are subscribed to the channel, that you're staying locked in. If you haven't seen all of the videos, go back a little bit. Because I did that. I went back a little bit to like some of my older videos just to watch and see, like, I was going through so much hurt and pain at that time, but I still found a way to make it look good. I still found a way to make it look fun. Like, so yeah, just go look at some of the older videos and come up to date to where we are today. And, the consistency is definitely there. And I'm just trying to, like I said, I'm making sure that it is as authentic as possible, because the internet seems so fake these days. So you guys remember, y'all stay great. And power moves in gratitude. Move within your own unique power, backed by an abundance of gratitude. And every day that you wake up and you prepare to step foot out your door, your goal should always be to amaze yourself. Now look, like I said, y'all better go check in, tap in, make sure you go get yourself an Amaze Yourself hat. Power moves and gratitude, y'all. Stop playing with me. This is gonna be a household saying all over the place.
Hey, Mommy,
in everybody's kitchen. You're gonna see a Power moves and gratitude cup,
Mommy,
coaster, hat, all of that. No, you can't drink this. Is coffee.
I want coffee.
So again, y'all stay great. Love you guys.
Mommy. Hey, Mommy.
Yes.
I